Hey, what's up, everybody? Gonna do a classic rock reaction, man. This is Black Sabbath, Never Say Die. It's gonna be a full album reaction. Of course, you know by now that my full album reactions, I cut them in half. Side 1 and then side 2, and then I attach a review to side 2. Now, if this goes up on YouTube, more than likely side 2 will probably get blocked. So what I do is I break up the review from side 2 and just upload the review, which won't get blocked, and then we can all meet at the review and exchange our ideas and our commentaries and that sort of thing. So that's the pattern of my madness, man. So let's check this out. It's been a long time coming. Black Sabbath, Never Say Die. Alright, Never Say Die, part 1. Let's get it. I thought the song was first about a failing relationship. But then he sang about children, you are our saving grace. So he's talking about something more global, not just a relationship. Good jam though. Synthesizers. Black Sabbath using synthesizers. Quite a story being told here. I'm thinking of the Punisher also listening to this. He's a victim of modern frustration. We all know so many people like that.
All he knows his future's decided, and he ain't gonna change it no way. He was born to die in the gutter. He'll keep fighting till the end of his days. Feeling alone all through his life. His only friend is the sleepless night. He's the one who should be afraid. What will happen to you guys You fool of people who fool you. It's time to listen. The fool is you.
This foolery. This guy only knows one way to live his life. And it's gonna end him. I really liked how the instrumental stretched out that song. Dad might be a soldier. Has to leave all the time. like you're really focusing on storytelling in this album. Good instrumentals are still there. This hard work that they're singing about. It's just the life of being a rock star. It isn't just all glam. Has its challenges. Probably not generally. Good song. Strong message.
There's no reason for you to run. You can't escape the fate of the chosen one. Black moon rising in a blood-red sky. This time you realize that you're gonna die. Your body is your answer. That's what you plan to do. Every time you see them matter, you're on your own going through. When darkness has taken over your mind, and you think you're on your own, don't believe you are the only one here. Look around, you're not alone. Feel the force of another world. Don't be tired of being alive. Evil power hanging over you. Every piece of life inside. Look behind you. Somebody's calling. Someone is near. Billions are falling. Falling with fear. You tell yourself you're dreaming. You realize you're dreaming. You know that things are not to you. You tell yourself that it's a scary truth, but there is nothing you can do.
This song has everything to do about fearing the fear of dying, knowing that your time is at hand, and all the different experiences you go through.
You feel yourself falling. You're at the end of the line. Nobody is calling, but distance is a sign. You're so feeling
Great guitar reference.
Ice cold fingers flowing through your face.
Okay. So So that is side one of Never Say Die. Yeah, first off, man, apologies to Black Sabbath fans. I kind of dropped the ball on Black Sabbath for a little while there. And as I introduced my, got into my Artist of the Month a little bit more with the full album reactions, and also introduced Patreon exclusives, it kind of pushed back on a lot of the other little categories of reactions that I was doing. So that definitely included some of the full album reactions for albums outside of the Artist of the Month. So apologies there. And of course, with my life and everything, I got very busy. But yeah, besides that, dropping the ball on Black Sabbath, especially when it's Never Say Die being the last album that featured Ozzy Osbourne as the singer. Yeah, you know, it was a long time coming. So apologies to Black Sabbath fans there. I was getting a couple of people starting to get into the pestering mode. So I figured, oh, okay, I better get on this album reaction. But yeah, man. Overall, I'm gonna say this about the album so far. It seems that they really have a desire for storytelling in this first half of the album, and there are some close personal experiences that I guess they're trying to convey in this last song. The feeling of dying and knowing that your time is hand and trying to cheat death, and then the personal dynamics of your father coming and going and leaving and finally passing. So there's a lot of personal interpersonal dynamics in the lyrics and in the writing of the song. So even though the instrumentation was great, the musicianship is always stellar with these guys, I was focusing a little bit more on the just the words. And you know, where it comes to reactions and things like that, and discovering rock and roll, for me personally, I know everyone has their different ways of approaching listening to rock songs. I have a different way of approaching listening to rock songs, and especially Black Sabbath. I find that these guys usually have something to say in their music. And it's funny, man, I recently had somebody come in the comment section talking about, oh, yo, it's a fool's errand, man, to look for any great wisdom or enlightenment in rock songs. Well, excuse the hell out of me, man. That is what I do. That is how I do reactions. And, and like I said, everyone has their own way of interpreting songs, and you know, some don't even bother interpreting lyrics or whatever, but that's the way I do it, man. So yo, you listen to rock the way you want to listen to rock. I'll listen to rock the way I want to listen to rock. You know who I'm talking to. Anyway, so with Black Sabbath, I really appreciate how they not only include great instrumentation in their music, but what they do is they drop you with some wisdom, with some enlightenment, and then what they do is they stretch out the instrumentation. They give you something to think about as the music takes over. This is what, I don't know, I've come to like the most about them, maybe. And like with War Pigs, that part there called something ladder, I still can't remember the passage, but it just keeps repetitively going da-dum, 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 da-dum. And so after they have dropped all of what they had to say, very, very strong statements, you are left with that impression, and the music takes over. And now in your mind, you're swirling around with this wisdom, and you're going deeper and you're going deeper. So I like Black Sabbath for that. That's one of the biggest things that I get out of them. And of course, they're a really, really good cohesive unit with their musicianship, man. Bill Ward is the drummer. Geezer Butler. When I notice the bass, I know that that is a great musician behind that instrument. I don't notice the bass too often. There are some exceptions to the rule. Geezer Butler is one. John Paul Jones, of course, is another one, right? Geddy Lee. So I really appreciate Black Sabbath for their great musicianship because it wraps itself around the wisdom and the enlightenment of the music that they're trying to convey, or the message that they're trying to actually send your way. So I look forward to comparing Ozzy's Black Sabbath to Ronnie James Dio's Black Sabbath, and I want to do that comparison and see how with Ronnie at the helm singing, how it might change, or if it's maybe the same pattern, or that sort of thing. So that's what I'm looking for. And so I'm looking forward to getting into the Ronnie James Dio years as well. So again, man, apologies that I haven't done this sooner, but I'll definitely do my best, especially where Ronnie James Dio is concerned, to be a little bit more consistent with the reactions, because I owe the guy, man. I've only done one reaction for Ronnie James Dio since I started, so I really got to get on that. But right now we're dealing with Ozzy, man. So first half is really good, made me think a lot. Every single song had something to say. I'm gonna run out, do a few errands. I'm on my days off, but I still gotta run around, do a few errands, and then I'll pop back and try and see if I can get side 2 done. So you guys have a good day, and I'll catch you in side 2. Peace.